Happy St. Cyril's Day. St. Cyril of Jerusalem is a doctor of the Church, born in AD 315, and he was a great bishop saint. His writings on faith and doctrine we still have today. Cyril was often at the centre of controversy and of jealousy within the hierarchy. He was accused of being an Arian and for a while exiled from his diocese. Then he was accused of stealing church property because he sold valuables from his church to feed the starving poor at a time of famine in Jerusalem. Cyril was inspired by Jesus to stand for what he knew to be God's truth when it ran contrary to the cultural norm. He was following Jesus in today's Gospel reading. Remember the story? It was the Sabbath and Jesus healed the lame man who'd been waiting for 38 years for someone to put him into the pool at Bethesda. Outcry from the authorities. He's breaking the Sabbath. He counts himself equal with God. This man is dangerous. Unspoken fear. People are listening and following him. Jesus replied, "The Son can do nothing by himself, but only what he sees the Father doing. I can do nothing on my own." Our authorities, perhaps, are the government and the media. We are deeply countercultural. We are saying no to assisted dying, no to abortion, no to same-sex marriage, no to embryonic research, no to producing a baby with the perfect DNA, no to three-parent children, all of which are or are becoming the norm for our culture. To be Christian and a Catholic can mean facing aggression. What? How can you be against allowing the merciful killing of people who want to die? How can you prevent somebody being born who's going to be born with disabilities which will lead them to suffer all their lives? Or incredulity. You can't tell me you believe that stuff. And a kind of scoffing indifference. Jesus always sought to do God's will, not his own, and that's our strength. We need the constant prayer, the constant listening, always seeking God's will, God's words, God's way of handling the lynch mob that often seems to surround us. We must accept that we're a nuisance, even dangerous to some in authority, just as Jesus was. Because people also want to hear of a loving, caring God. They want to see it in action, as we see in Pope Francis, and the response of the world to him. Take a leaf out of his book, and don't be afraid to stand up and speak God's truth. There are so many who need it and want it. We have work to do. Enjoy.